Hello, I'm here today to talk to Stuart Crowther, who's a director of the Industrial Museum and also a volunteer. And we thought it'd be very useful to get his views on a few things. But first of all, you've been a member of the Civic Trust for a while. Do you want to tell us about that first?
I have, Alan. Yes, I've been a member for about 10 years now. I've enjoyed being a member. Obviously, you know, with the Halifax Civic Trust, we cover an awful lot of issues, which is quite exciting at times sometimes, yeah.
Okay, and how did you get involved in the Industrial Museum?
Right, the Industrial Museum existed in Halifax something like 25 to 30 years ago. Unfortunately, the Calderdale Council didn't have enough funding to keep the museum going, even though it was an award-winning museum. So the museum got closed down approximately 25 years ago. And possibly about 7 or 8 years ago, we got the chance, an invitation to come into the museum, and we were surprised to see everything was here. But unfortunately, the museum had taken a bit of a pounding. Ceilings had fallen down, the electricity had been in a terrible state, a dangerous state, and we offered the council there and then that we'd like to run the museum voluntary. It took a lot of convincing, mind, but eventually we managed to wear them down, and approximately 5 years ago, we were given the keys to the museum, and now it's all run by volunteers.
Excellent. And how many visitors do you get in a normal year?
Well, roughly speaking, it's up to about 9,000 now. We don't just get visitors, though. We get school trips, children coming from Calderdale come down to the museum. People can also hire what we call the Halifax room. We get the round table. They hire the Halifax room on a regular basis. Even the Halifax antiquarians have hired the Halifax room. So the building is getting well used now. So we're pleased with the success we've had with it.
And you've managed to reopen after the pandemic? We
have. As you can imagine, it's a new science thing, is this really, because nobody's had to cope with this sort of thing before. So we have our health and safety guy. He's one of the directors down here. We've been working very closely with him. And we have the museum laid out in such a way that people come into the museum, they use one staircase to go up and another staircase to come down. And we've been quite happy with the way it's worked out, because we were open this last weekend, which was for the Heritage Weekend, and it worked out fine.
Excellent. And what have you got in store for us today?
Well, I think a few slides you're going to be having a look at, and then we had a local folk group came down to the museum called the Landlubbers, and I think there's a short film there of seeing them performing in the museum.
Thanks very much, Stuart. Looking forward to it.
Okay.
Heave away across the sea and home again. We are the roving shantymen from the mills of Halifax Bay. I'm aloft in the Crow where I'm searching for land, or a foe that will deal a dastardly hand, or the beckoning flames hurling pestilent claws. Go to hell, you shipwreckers, you land-loving whores! From the mills of Halifax Bay. I am the captain, on the deck I stand, with my cats and I'll give my command. If I come alongside, it's me who decides your fate upon my sea. Haul away, heave away, across the sea and home again. We are from the mills of Halifax Bay.
But this is not me. From my dreams I awake, and I head to the mill for a loom